Hello, Taurus. Welcome to my channel. So glad you could be here. Thank you. So glad you could make it. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to those of you who are new, and welcome back to those of you who are returning. Please remember to hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support on this channel. Now, Taurus, we're going to take a look and see what is going on with your money and finances that you need to know about. What does Taurus need to know about their money and finances? What does Taurus need to know about their money and finances? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Make sure that your plans are clear and effective, Taurus. Make sure you have all the knowledge you need. Use wisdom. Be tactful and stand in your power, or do things that put you in a space of power with your money and finances. Your influence on your money and finances will be important, or the influence of another may be significant as it has to do with your money and finances. Be aware of that. What do Taurus need to know about their money and finances? I'm being guided to say there's a need for you to be mindful not to be stubborn. And there may be a need for you to be more flexible. Or you may decide or come to that there may be a need to not be flexible on something as it has to do with money matters. But you will have to be the judge. What does Taurus need to know about their money and finances, please? Make sure you're really looking at what's going on with your money and finances, and as it may involve dealing with others or any external factors that come into play or are at play, so that you can proceed softly in a way that allows you to remain confident and in control. Let's get into your reading, Taurus, okay? Okay, let's do it. In the recent past, you do have the Four of Wands. At present, you got the Nine of Wands. In the future, you do have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Your attitude towards your money and finances is the Eight of Cups. Your concern or worry about your money and finances is the Three of Pentacles. Your challenge with your money and finances is death. I wanted to say the devil. So you may be, if there's devil energy around, you may be feeling stuck, or you may have a lot of obligations. Also, with the devil energy, you may be having some fears, or there may be some limitations or restrictions. You could be overspending, doing things in excess. You may be at a time where you feel or are experiencing little to no support. Also, make sure you're mindful about any contracts you're going into by making sure you read the fine print. Some of you, there may be a concern where you find yourself going into more debt. Some of you could be feeling trapped as it has to do with work. Maybe you might be hating your job. Or even if you hate your job, you're still there because of the security or the incentives that come with it, though you still feel trapped and you don't like it. But also, you may have a sense of feeling that there's limited access to funds. Your likely outcome is the Six of Swords. I like this. At the bottom, you do have the fucking Tower as the overall energy around your money and finances. Okay? So with the Tower here is the overall energy. And at the bottom, you do have the Wheel. Woo! Taurus. What? With the Wheel of Fortune, some of you, this is experiencing change, right? The thing about the Wheel of Fortune, some of you are going to experience some positive change. Some of you are going to experience negative change. But also, what maybe happened with the Wheel of Fortune is that something unexpected happens, an unexpected expense, an unexpected bill. But also the wheel talks about, in terms of attitude, are you focusing on the opportunities or are you being pessimistic when it comes to what's going on with your money or what needs to happen with your money or what you're experiencing with your money and finances? But there's been some ups and downs nonetheless. This is a time where it's important to save. This is a time where there's a need to ask yourself, mistakes that you've made with money, have you learned from them? Are you still making them, or are you returning to making those mistakes? Things may be fluctuating at work, where there may be changes in your work schedule, where you're receiving more, putting in more hours at work, or receiving less hours. There also could be a change in your investments or how you are working with your money with the Wheel of Fortune here. Just be mindful with the Wheel of Fortune. This is ups and downs that's being experienced, and your ability to adapt to those ups and downs that are occurring and that you're going through, however the wheel is coming at you, Taurus. Now with the Tower is the overall energy. Because the wheel was underneath the Tower, you definitely are all experiencing drastic changes with your money and finances. Those drastic changes you are either making or they're happening to you, or both. For some of you with the Tower, there's something happening with your money and finances that is an unexpected expense. For some of you, you're trying to avoid doing anything risky for the sake of what could change or come in or happen with your money and finances with the wheel. So this may be a time to avoid risky investments or gambling. For some of you, if this is the market, if you're dealing with the market, there may be issues around a market crash, or for those of you at work, there could be a job loss. Some of you, there could be an issue where you sustained some sort of injury that put you out of work. Also with work, you could be experiencing a major organizational change, or some sort of event is happening in your world or at work that is impacting you personally, financially, whether it's downsizing or pay cuts, new duties, or just something coming out of the blue. But for some of you with the Tower, this is you focusing on trying to reset and overcome your adversities, or you're looking to avoid adversities with the Tower. But with this energy of the Tower, some of you are causing a demolition to your money situation where you're trying to change it. But some of you are changing it for the better, and some of you, the changes you're making is making it worse. With the Tower, there's something that could be being destroyed that has something to do or is connected to your money. For some of you, this is a focus on you trying to revise your money situation. For some of you, there could be some sort of failure with something concerning money. For others of you with the Tower, you're trying to start fresh. And so all these things can be coming into play. You decide what side of that you are on. Remember, there was the Wheel of Fortune here. So it's going to be different for each of you with that Tower, what you're experiencing. But what the Tower does talk about is whether you're looking to reset, make drastic changes, or external factors or things are happening that are drastic, that are changing, that is impacting your money, whether it's in a negative or positive way. It's still very, very uncomfortable, and there's still a sense of difficulty around it, an air of adversity nonetheless, whether it's you resetting and trying to revise it, or you're dealing with some sort of devastation or drastic change. It's uncomfortable either way. Now, in the recent past, you do have the Four of Wands. So with the Four of Wands here, you may have been focused on your home, investing in your home or the needs of the home. You may have been focused on having success, or you had success and completion with your aims. Things lined up in the recent past. For some of you, money may have gone into you getting married. For those of you where what changed is that you got married. But with the Tower here and the Four of Wands, there could have been a huge focus on the needs of the home or things going on around home in the recent past, Taurus. Now, at present, this is where you are right now. You have the Nine of Wands. You fucking tired. Look at this. You tired. You've been wounded by your circumstances with money. But even though you're tired and you may have had to lick some wounds that happened to you concerning your money and finances, goals, needs, or external factors, this is you determined to persevere and overcome. This is you on the defense. This is you on guard about your money and finances and not giving up. And this is you also enduring, because at the 9, you have worked very hard to protect your money and finances situation, to endure any complications or setbacks or difficulties with money. But also it took a lot of energy and effort on your part to be able to not only endure, but to be able to overcome. And so you're doing all of that at present with the Nine of Wands. This is you not giving up. You're looking to persevere and overcome. Now, in the future, you do have the Queen of Cups. So with the Queen of Cups in your future, for some of you, this may be a focus on becoming more emotionally balanced with your spending or needing to. This is you using common sense, focusing and utilizing your intuition. For some of you, with the cup closed, you are focusing on your own needs, okay, and nurturing your own needs. You are only concerned with what it is you need to see happen for yourself. For some of you, this can be about codependence. Either you are codependent or someone may be codependent on you. With this Queen of Cups energy, Spirit, tell me more about this Queen of Cups. Well, this is you focusing on your own instinct about your money and finances, with the goal to having balance, seeing how to nurture your money and finances, where you can have some emotional comfort, or you're focusing on trying to have emotional comfort, or you are achieving a space with your money and finances where you are overcoming your adversities and difficulties, and you in the future are experiencing more emotional comfort. Spirit, clarify this Queen of Cups for Taurus. Clarify the Queen of Cups for Taurus, please. Clarify the Queen of Cups. This is a time also in the future that you're more sensitive about your money. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Thank you. you have the Hierophant. So for some of you, there's a focus on a Taurus with the Hierophant. Also with the Hierophant, you may be achieving more emotional balance with your money, or you're able to nurture your money better due to your ability to go into commitments with established institutions through by either a loan from the bank or a loan from a lender, or you are securing some additional credit or credit card that's helping supplement what you need to see happen with your money and finances, that's putting you in a better emotional space. But also be careful that you're not doing any emotional spending in the future with this Queen of Cups and the Hierophant, because this is money that you could be spending that don't belong to you, that you have to pay back. And that's money that adds to your current responsibilities and bills. So be careful about your spending habits in the future, even though you may be feeling more comfortable about your money and finances situation. But also there's a need for you to conform, okay? At work, there's a need for you to conform. There's a need for you to be mindful that this is, in the future, is not a time for you to challenge. It's not a good time to challenge things at work or management. Okay, this is a time where also you could be aligning yourself with a higher power, whether this is your faith or belief system, or this is through institutions or people that have power and authority. This is a time where you may be seeking bank advice, okay, or you're trying to do things under better advisement, or there's a need to. This is also a time I feel that you shouldn't be taking chances with your money, okay? So you should not be investing in any high risk stocks or bonds, or just taking risk with your money, like saying, I'm going to just do this and then I'll figure it out. No, figure it out now and then do it as per you figuring the shit out first, so that you can make sure that you can stay emotionally stable and balanced with what's going on with your money in the future. This is a time I also feel that there's a need for you to be conservative about your spending and the way that you're managing and handling your money. Be mindful of the commitments that you go into, or that you may need to not commit to with this Hierophant. This is a time in the future where you could also be looking to see how to be of service or to receive service. But also just make sure that as you're focusing on what it is that you need to nurture or take care of, or be more responsible about how you spend, especially if you are an emotional spender, that you make sure that your objectives are clear and are serving you, and that you are not being rigid where there's some sort of blind devotion that's not serving you financially, that you are sticking to, that may need to change. Underneath, you do have Justice. So for some of you, there may be a focus on a Libra, but also this is about you needing to make right decisions with Justice, as it has to do with your money, making sure you're doing the right thing with your money, keeping your commitments in the future. But also with Justice, you want to do things in a balanced way with your money. For some of you, there could be a legal matter associated with your money situation in the future, where it's being overseen, or it is being dealt with by an institution, perhaps a government institution. But also with Justice here, this is the time that you want to also make sure at work you're following the rules. And also with Justice here, you want to make sure you're not bending the rules, or you're not bending in a way financially that puts you in a space of servitude. or affects you in your ability to maintain your commitments. And make sure also that you are carefully managing and keeping up with the budget. But also know that if there's a legal matter or some sort of decision around your money, that you will get what you deserve here. Whatever that is, it will be fair and just whether you like it or not. Now, your attitude towards your money and finances is the Eight of Cups. So your attitude for some of you is you're experiencing some unfulfillment with your money and finances. Things aren't quite working out the way you would like them to, or as well as you would like them to. For some of you, what was emotionally unfulfilling for you around your money and finances, you are now where you are able to move on from that shit. Okay? Now, some of you with that Eight of Cups energy, you may be feeling like you're not able to move on from your money circumstances the way they are, or where you want to get to because of some unexpected changes or adversities, or despite what you do to revise or restructure or reconstruct how to work with your money to improve it or to move on so that you can see more fulfillment. Spirit, tell me more about the Eight of Cups. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups for Taurus. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups for Taurus. Thank you. You have the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles for this Eight of Cups. Okay? So this is you feeling burdened or having a lot of responsibilities, and it's not really clear to you when that shit going to come to an end, or how to end or be able to release yourself of some of the responsibilities or burden that you're experiencing with your money. Even though you're working very hard with this Eight of Pentacles, there's a need for you to also pay attention to the details. There may be something you're missing, or you could misstep or cause a mistake that caused some unfulfillment for you, where what should happen is you being able to move on from the things that aren't making you happy or satisfactory for you. But also with the Eight of Pentacles, this is saying that it's taking a lot of hard work for you to be able to manage your money, or to improve it, or to make the changes you want to see. But even though you're putting the hard work in, that it does take time, but you have been doing what you can to work hard to craft and build. And that there's a need to continue to, and maybe you're a little tired. For some of you, the problem is things aren't working, or something has stopped working concerning how you're trying to put the energy and effort into what's going on with your money situation to improve it, or to sustain it, or to build it, or to see how to make it better or craft something else. Some of you are tired of working so hard. And with this Queen of Pentacles, though, this is about some of you, you want more comfort. Some of you are reaching more comfort. This is you wanting financial independence, or you achieving it. This is you focusing on growing your money, or having trouble growing your money with the Queen of Pentacles here. And so with that Eight of Cups, you know where you are with this, whether you're able to move on and you are experiencing this comfort after experiencing burden, or being able to bring it into the burden by your ability to work on things and be able to achieve the security and comfort with your money and finances. Or if you're finding that things aren't working out and you still find it, despite your plans and efforts and energy and your feelings towards, the hopes of things being better, it's still a burden. You're still finding that you're working really hard. and your ability to achieve the comfort that you want, you're not there yet, or you don't know how to reach it. But there is a need to definitely be focused on paying attention to the details and be mindful to continue on problem solving or dissolving the problems that you're dealing with, but also to very much have an awareness and be open to learning and stay focused on what needs to be achieved by using clarity, and also not be in a space of denial about what can and can't happen, but also to focus on how you can modify things, or what else you need to do, that what you've been doing to modify things may or may not be working. You have the Seven of Wands underneath, so this is challenging for you. Okay? Or this is, for some of you, you're able to be on higher ground to get the upper hand and move on, while others of you are experiencing difficulties with that. But this is about you still having valor either way, and to not give up, and to be on guard and beat back the things that are giving you problems with your money and finances, or that's challenging you, whether things are better or you are trying to make them better, or there's difficulties with that. Now, your concern or worry with your money and finances is you're concerned about your skill level to building what you want to see happen with your money and finances. You're concerned about work. You're concerned about how to build your money and finances. There may be a concern about, you working together with others in a collaborative effort that allows you to work on your money and finances and see something come together and see things begin to build. There may be a challenge with that. With this Three of Pentacles energy, there may be a challenge with your creativity or the possibilities. Or there may be challenges where you're at a threshold with what you're working on, and that you may need support and assistance from others to get past that. Or you're having trouble getting that help and support to get past it. And so your challenge with your money and finances is, this is a challenge of trying to avoid loss of money, or the challenge of dealing with the loss of money, the challenge of how do you change your money situation, the challenge of what needs to be let go of, or what you have to let go of, the challenge of perhaps not being able to change it, the challenge of how do you transform your situation, or how do you deal with a loss or something coming to an end connected financially for you, and come up with something new or do something new. Your likely outcome is the Six of Swords. I like this because with the Six of Swords, this is you getting peace of mind, moving to calmer waters. So this is saying that whatever you experience that's negative, that's difficult, that's challenging, that's a conflict, either in your mind or your circumstances, this is you moving from that negative space in your mind or circumstances to a more positive time, where you're able to move on to calmer waters and get peace of mind around what you're dealing with concerning your money and finances here. Spirit, what is the guidance? What is the best advice for death as a challenge? What is the best advice for Taurus regarding their money and finances? That's too many. What's the best advice for death in money and finances for Taurus? What is the best advice for death? Hangman, thank you. So with the Hangman, there could be a focus on a Pisces for some of you. But with the Hangman here, your best advice is that This is you needing to focus on coming up with the alternatives, okay? Gaining a new perspective. For some of you, there may be a need to sacrifice or see what you need to give up. For some of you, there may be a need for you to pause, to put things on hold concerning your money and figure shit out and sort things out better than what you've done. There may be a need for you to stop fucking spending right now. There may be a need for you to try to come up with a different angle about how you're going about this. For some of you, there may be you needing to be patient if your money is put on hold by external forces. There's a need for you to manage your money better. This is also a need for you to focus on doing more saving and less spending. Have better saving habits, or slow down on your spending. Or this is just where you just have to wait because your money is on hold, like I said, by an institution. At the bottom, you do have this Two of Wands. So there's a need for you to plan. But also, of the options you come across, which will be at least two, you want to go down the path that allows you to dominate and allow for your plan to work with it as it has to do with your money and finances. So let's take a look at what some guidance is for you. Spirit, what is the guidance for Taurus regarding their money and finances? See it softly either way. Thank you, Spirit. Moonlighting, baby. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Okay? So for those of you where you are working on your dream for your new business or entrepreneurship, this is a time where you have to suck it up and you're going to have to work while you work. You have to go to work while you're working on trying to start your business. For others of you, this is you able to move on from that because the way to solve what you are needing to do, there may be a need for you to focus on finding another job, at least part-time, to supplement things while you are trying to make changes or while things are uncomfortable for you right now, either way. So how do you supplement that? What other work can you do to get resources in, whether this is about you trying to get your other business started or until your business gets going, or just the business of your being able to take care of yourself and be stable and secure in your lifestyle and the way you're living. And at the bottom, you have conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So there's a need to be more conscious about your spending, Taurus, and that will make a huge difference as well. Buy what you need. This is a time this month where maybe there might not be room to even get some of what you want, but there's every way to get what you need if you just prioritize and only make sure you're doing that instead. So be careful of emotional spending and make sure that you are doing things to clear debt, not to create more debt. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. Bye.